Hi, this is Harley from Agility Dog Tech. We're introducing the FastCAT timers. These were specially designed for the AKC FastCAT. There's a receiver, a transmitter at each end. When they break the beam, it starts and stops the timer. There's a Wi-Fi controller that helps. The distance, 300 feet, is tremendously long for a Wi-Fi controller, so that helps by boosting the signal. First, you need to physically set up the course, and what you want is the maximum distance between the receiver and the transmitter. Goliath is helping. It's 15 feet. So we take a standard agility bar, move it, and you'll see that we now have the distance of 15 feet. That needs to be done at both ends. All of the timer equipment is off except for the Wi-Fi controller. The Wi-Fi controller is turned on first. If ever there's an issue, you turn all the power off, recycle the power on the Wi-Fi controller, and start again. This is the FastCAT Wi-Fi controller. It's used to get those distances so necessary for FastCAT technology. The box on the top is the Wi-Fi unit. The box in the bottom is the battery. So to get started, we'll just go down and turn on that switch. And you'll see when I turn on the switch that it lights up. It's indicating that it's ready to go. There are two wires coming out of the box. The gray wire is up to the radio, and the black wire is for recharging the battery. It can be charged multiple times. On the side of the unit, there are some status LEDs. They're pretty hard to see, but trust me, it's going to work. You can see that I brought the system indoors to make it a little bit easier to tell you what's happening with it and how to set it up. This is the receiver. The receiver has 3 LEDs. The top one is power on, middle one is status, and the bottom one is for the IR beam receiving. This is the transmitter. It's a simpler device. It just has 2 holes. The top one is for on or off. The on or off works in such a way that red means the battery is low, green means the battery is okay. The status on the receiver side is all shown on the label in the front, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. You turn it on with the switch right here in front, moving it toward the outside, but I need to show you the LEDs so you can watch them flash. The middle LED will flash red and green when it's trying to find the Wi-Fi controller. So there it goes, and it found the Wi-Fi controller. Everything's ready to go. But you'll notice that now there is no light coming out of the status LED, which means it is not aligned. I'll come over to the transmitter and turn the transmitter on. And now you'll see that we have 2 green LEDs. The status light is solid. Again, if the battery is low, it'll turn red. It'll also show on the iPad, iPhone interface. As I break the beam, you'll see that there's a very quick red flash, and that shows that the beam was broken. Once again, we're inside and looking how to use the iPad for this application. First, you want to download FastCATtimer from the Apple iStore, and you'll see that it's right here on my iPad. And settings, and that are what you need to have. If I have not started up my Wi-Fi network yet, and I press that button, you'll see it comes up and says that you can proceed to use it without timer gates if you just want to get regular timing, or you can go to the beginning and do the setup and connect up to the Wi-Fi network, or you can just quit. In our case, we're going to quit this. So the first thing that you need to do is go into setup, and in setup we want to look for our Wi-Fi, because this is Wi-Fi based. So I'm going to turn on Wi-Fi. When Wi-Fi comes up, I'm going to turn it on, And now you see it's going to look for networks to join, and it already found Agility Dog Tech, and now it automatically joined Agility Dog Tech. So now the system is ready to go. I get out of settings, and I bring up FastCAT. You'll see that warning didn't occur, but also it says gates 1 and 2 are off. So I'm going to take this time to go and turn the gates on, and you can see what's happening. But before I do, notice at the bottom there are two buttons, a start button and a ready button. Start just lets you start and stop timer. And ready erases all this other information so you're ready for the next runner.
Ready.
And you notice it said ready, just like the dog agility timers work on. So I'm going to stop this video and start it again when everything's turned on. Okay, we're back and the system is turned on. I remembered something while I was setting the system up about the Wi-Fi itself. If I go to the Wi-Fi and turn it on, this has already been connected once, so it automatically comes up. But if you are connecting to it for the first time, it'll ask you the password, and the password is timer password, all one word, lowercase. So now we can go on back to the FastCAT app. And here we are at the FastCAT app, and you'll see that there are some differences here. Now all of this information down here is about the two timers. They are both on. It gives the percentage of batteries. This area here shows that the system is up and running. Every 1 second it sends a message, and it's recorded here that it has sent an up message to the system. Again, we have the start timer button and the ready button. So we can start and stop just by pressing that button, or we can use the timer pole. So I'm going to go ahead and reach over and start the timer. So you heard the bell ring and the timer is now running. It's ready to go, and I'm going to stop it. So now it's stopped. No, your dog doesn't run that fast, but it does show the miles per hour, the time that was elapsed. It lets you adjust the heights for points. So now if I 39 points here, and it's ready to go. You can hit the ready button and it'll clear the screen, ready. And you know you're ready. You heard it say ready. So we'll do it again, starting it and stopping it, and it's ready to go. But you don't really have to do that every time. It's always ready once it has happened. So if I just, from this beginning, start it and finish it, you'll see that I can keep doing that again and again without any problem, and I still get the time and everything is ready to go. Okay, now for a little debugging, troubleshooting on the system. Sometimes you'll look at the system and it's just not running, things are not doing as you expect them to do. In this case we see everything is on. I'm going to turn one of the systems off, and when I turn it off, then you'll see it show up eventually on the timer pad. There it goes, timer number 1 is now off. When I turn it back on, sometimes the Wi-Fi controller just decides to give it a new IP address and it doesn't work anymore. So the first thing to look at is right down here and make sure that those numbers, both of them are counting up for gate 1 and gate 2. And that means that yes, the system is working and everything is going okay. But if it didn't work, the first thing that you do is you go back over here and press the start to settings. And we go to Wi-Fi, and what we're going to do is we turn off the Wi-Fi and turn it back on again. This signifies to the Wi-Fi controller that we need to restart. But we also have to go back over here to our FastCAT timer program, and in this case we double click, we get rid of it. Every time that we get a new settings on the wireless system, we have to go back and reset it. And so now when you start up the FastCAT, everything will be working again. The other thing, I'm not quite certain what happens, but if you go to the top and you put it in sleep mode, or if it goes into sleep mode, and then you come back out of sleep mode, this is an older version, so I have to... This FastCAT timer isn't really working. And when we look down here, and we'll see it's both are off and it's not counting up. So what we do, we double click on the home button, we get rid of FastCAT, we come back, and we start FastCAT again. And now we'll go like down and look at the counters, and you'll see that both of the counters are counting up. So that is done. The only other thing I want to warn you about, and that is sometimes people at the start line don't realize that they crossed the start line. So the dog's just goofing off, and you'll see, oops, here somebody started. The dog didn't really start, but it started. Just go down, hit stop timer, oops, once, and it'll stop it, and it's ready to go again. Here we go. So now we're running once again. Oh, they don't really stop it, and we'll just break that beam. So you can either do that, or use the ready to erase the screen to start again. That's all I have for debugging. Thanks.